Hey y'all, so it's Kay Cherie again. Those who are new, go ahead and subscribe to the YouTube channel. Also share and like, okay? Also, if you guys have any questions, you can contact me at KayloveCosmetics KayloveCosmetics at gmail.com. I also have products that you guys can go see at KayloveCosmetics.com, okay? Now listen, today I am coming back with our faith talk, okay? Let's have faith talk, okay? Period. It's something that we all need to hear. Now listen, I'm gonna bring y'all this podcast wherever I'm at. I'm at break, but guess what? Y'all still gonna hear it, okay? Period. I don't care. Look, I didn't put myself up in the corner. I'm gonna go ahead and put what's on my heart to share, okay? Anyways, so first thing I want to say is a lot of us are content, right, with the bare minimum. And the fact that we are content with the bare minimum lets us know that our faith is weak, right? So listen, I have, everybody knows who watch this knows that I have a cosmetic line, which I keep it on me. I have a cosmetic line. I do the podcast. I have a women's retreat coming up. It's in Buffalo, New York, you guys. But if you guys want to sign up for it, it's first come, first serve. The tickets is on Eventbrite. It's $125 per person, and everything is included. Anyways, I also have a graphic design business, right? And I also have a book that is being written. Well, that has been wrote, that is being published, right? So, I wouldn't be able to do any of these things if I was just content with weak faith, right? So I learned to walk in great faith. I've learned to know that I am he that believes that he can eat anything. That's me, right? I'm not big on being stagnant, okay? And I want to tell you, the only reason why I am like this is because I have seen God with my own eyes, okay? Listen, one thing we ask God, well, we want a better house, right? We want our bills to get better. We want to stop living check to check. We don't want to work no more, or we don't want to be in the position at the job that we're at anymore, right? But a lot of us are content being there to the point where we don't do nothing better to have better. We don't understand that God is our source and everything else is our resource. The first thing I had to do was give my life to God. That's one. I had to let him walk with me, sins and all. Came to him, sins and all, okay? Third thing I had to do was put all my trust in him. And I had to know that he gave me the power, and he also gave me authority, okay, to do the things that I do. He said that he knows his plans for me to prosper and have life abundantly in every aspect of my life, okay? That's every aspect of your life, okay? So if I understand that and I know that, now it's time for me to use those principles. People that does not follow God, they use those principles, but guess what? They didn't go through the sanctification process where God heals you and everything else, and so yes, they have money, but they're stingy. They won't help anyone. They're sick, mental issues. They're not happy with their life. Things that happened 30 years ago still kills them today because they don't have God, right? They're doing it in their own strength. They're doing it to show others, oh, look what I got. I'm better than you. People, and that's another thing, like a lot of people don't have what they ask for because your motive is all wrong. Your motive is just because you want to show somebody that you better than them, or you want to show somebody that you got it made. Like, that's all the wrong reason to even want to prosper in life, period. So everything that I do, God has trusted me with, okay? He said you have not because you ask not. We sit here and we don't even ask, okay? Because we think that we can't have it. Since I was a little girl growing up, I was always speaking things into existence. I was always speaking those things that were dead into being. I'm gonna have a mini mansion. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do that. And then when I really start building a relationship with God, I start saying, I'm gonna serve God and bring people to Him. So now He was able to entrust me with doing His will, right? Now I can have the desires of my heart, right? And also serve Him. I'm able to use my talents to get paid, all because I decided that I was going to follow Him. And He said to seek first the kingdom, and all things will be added unto you. So I literally did that first. And also, I sat down, I brainstormed, I put stuff on paper. Before I birthed out my cosmetic line, on another video, I talked about it. I literally had things written out. And back in 2015, I started doing even drawing the names of it, the logos in 2017, okay? Then little by little, I was buying little stuff. I started small to the point where I was able to get bigger, okay? I started with just 20, then it went from 20 to 90, from 90 to 100, from 100 to 200, from 1 product to 2 products, from 3 products to 4 products, from 5 products to 6 products. And it was all in a span. I didn't do everything quickly, but I worked my faith. And then when I came back to God, and I started really having a relationship with Him, I started really working His principles as well. Like, listen, God won't give us what we want because He don't trust us. Why would He give you, let me use this analogy. He tells you to go to the furniture store to pick up a table, right? You go get the table, and you come back. Now you got the table, but it just sit there. It just sit in the corner in the box for years, and you never get to it. Why would He give you something that you're never going to use? That defeats the whole purpose. The purpose is to eat on the table, to use the table, to sit in the chairs that it comes with. So why would He give you something that He knows you're not going to use? Hello? Let's think about it. Then I was a giver. I gave, and I didn't give grudgingly. I say, oh, I'm just giving this because I got to. Like, I gave with a good heart. I was always trying to see how I can be a help to somebody, how I can serve somebody. Okay? Being generous. Things in that nature. I don't care if I don't have no money in the bank. If God give me an idea to do, I'll write that idea down, and I don't know how it's gonna happen, but it always happens. Also, He gave us the power, right? So let's go for another example. You got your plan written down, but every time you get paid, you spend it on stuff that don't even matter. You spend it on stuff that you get tired of the next day, the things that you gotta change the next week. You gotta change your hair about every 2 weeks. Okay? So now those things on your vision board, on your list, they just sitting there. You ain't touched it. You ain't at least, okay, let me just buy one thing. That one thing is enough to start. That's a start. That's showing God, like, okay, she trying. And just by you trying, he gonna step in and give you more ideas and more ideas. And you have to work the thing out. Sometimes we wait for stuff to come to us, but we have to literally go to it. Sometimes we have to go to it. So listen, you ask not because you have not. It don't matter what it is. Speak it. Speak it and work towards it. Okay? Speak it. And not everybody is an entrepreneur, but you may be in a position that's beneath corporate. Let's get into that corporate position. What is it that you got to do to get into that corporate position? What is it that you got to be to be the president of that company? What is it that you got to do? Stop letting people put you in a box. They think that you just, oh, well, she's just good enough to swipe through papers. Like, no. You got more talents in you. You got more gifts in you. You have more things that God put inside you that you're able to do that people don't recognize. And some people do recognize and they try to hold it dormant. But it's up to you to say, no, I'm more than just going through papers. I'm a leader at heart. I know how to manage. Okay? Listen. Y'all, I be seeing so many people like just always complaining about how they want their life to get better. But then I don't see them doing anything. I see them doing the same thing. Like, you keep doing the same thing, you become insane. It's insanity. You keep doing the same thing, expecting different results. You're not gonna get anything different. Nothing different is gonna come because you keep doing the same thing, having different results. Sometimes we wait until we 50, 60 years old to have those things that we once wanted and things like that. If you do it now, you don't have to wait that long. The best thing God has done for me, and it's funny because it's moving rapidly, just because I stepped foot out to do it. And I may not have known how it's going to get done, but I still stepped foot out to do it. And like I said, now I can have the desires of my heart and serve him at the same time. Because he can trust me. Can he trust you? Can he trust you? Or that million that you want, you going to take that and go spend it on strippers and go buy weed and go buy hair and go do all, be stingy. Somebody come ask you for $10, you talking about you don't got it. And that's another thing. You literally have to build relationships. And I'm not talking about all relationships, because some relationships ain't good, but you have to build relationships with people. Some of your blessings is through relationships, like literally. Somebody may walk up to you like, yo, God told me to bless you with $10,000. But how can he do that if he don't even trust you to use it for what he needs you to use it for? The money that he gives us is to build his kingdom. It's not just for us. So while we're building his kingdom, he gives us extra. Because we're being obedient. So it's like a reward. Hey, you doing what I called you to do. Let me give you extra. Now you can have the desires of your heart. You want to be fly? Now you can get fly. You want to get your hair done every 2 weeks? Now you can get your hair done every 2 weeks. You want to have a house in a different country? You want to have whatever it is. You want to have that big business. You want to have that warehouse. Now you can have it because you're doing what I called you to do first. Right? I hear so many people saying, "Oh, I don't mess with them. I'm gonna stay stagnant. I'm gonna just deal with myself. I don't want to be around nobody." You can't build relationships in isolation. What are you gonna grow being if being an entrepreneur and growth takes partnership? If anything takes partnership, how are you gonna grow if you're saying you don't like people? You don't like being around people. All you focused on is you and your kids, and your kids is God's. Your kids ain't even yours. You just basically babysitting them. But you ain't focused on nothing else. All I want to do is take care of my kids and get them the world. Okay, what about the poor? Because God said we supposed to give to the poor. But how can you give to the poor with an empty cup? What you giving from an empty cup? He said he wants your cup to be overflowed. Come on. Like you can either get it the fast way, like how these people who don't serve God, these celebrities who don't serve God, they get it the fast way and then they're not happy. God says his blessings adds no sorrow to it, right? So if his blessings add no sorrows to it, you want the sorrow, you want the blessings that come with the sorrows, or you want the blessings that come with happiness, joy. Yeah, it may take time. You may not see them things in a time frame that you want to see them, but it's going to happen. I look back and I look at the stuff that he's promised me, and I look at my life now and I be like, wow, I have really grown. Like businesses, relationships, all of that. You gotta stop forcing stuff that's not meant to be. If it ain't meant to be, let it go. If it ain't working, let it go. Y'all holding on. That's another thing. You hold on to something and they blocking your blessing. Anything is blocking your blessing. Cause you can't let it go. You holding on to it. So now that thing that is meant for you can't even come into your life because you still holding on to the thing that God has been told you to throw away a long time ago. If that's people, things, places, anything. Period. Then you get around people like me that uplift you and tell you what to do, and you'll hear me, but you won't even walk it out. You won't even take the advice I'm giving you. Cause you got that attitude like, oh, she thinks she know everything. I ain't following. I ain't gonna listen to her because she thinks she know everything. But it's working for me though. It's working for me, and all I'm doing is trying to help. I'm just gonna keep doing with the same thing I've been doing, and it's gonna work out for me. And now you complaining again that you can't pay your bills. You can, oh Lord, I'm tired. God, why me? Why we always asking why us? Because you ain't doing nothing. That's why. You keep making the same patterns. You ain't even trying to research nothing. A lot of y'all think, oh well, when I get in school, then I can learn. You ain't gotta wait till you get in no school. They got YouTube, they got YouTube. You can learn everything on YouTube, okay? It's all different type of stuff, seminars, different things. If you ain't working towards it, you don't really want it. I'm just saying. So listen, let's build our faith. Let's be that one that believe that we can eat anything. Let's not have weak faith, okay? And I promise you, you're going to be straight. I love y'all guys. Don't forget, I'm going to go right now because I ain't want to be long. I got 10 minutes to eat my food. Boom. But don't get stagnant, okay? Don't be just content. And listen to this. If you have great faith, you're going to appreciate the things that you have. Plus, you know that you're going to have more. Plus, you know that you're going to go farther than what you think. You're going to be that generational curse breaker. You're going to be that finance breaker. You're going to be the least likely, the person that everybody gonna look at and be astonished because God set you as an example for everybody to see because they was counting you out, but they didn't even know that God was counting you in. That's what they really was doing. And God, I know sometimes, let me just say this. I know sometimes we be like, I don't want another prophetic word. God, you keep telling me, where's that? Where's that? Like, yeah, you could be honest with God, because that's how I be. I be like, God, where's that? Like, you done told me multiple times. Like, where's that? Because I don't see it. Like, for real now. Come on now. And he's laughing at you. He's sitting there laughing, smiling like, this girl, she crazy. She don't even know what I got behind this door. But when she get it, it's going to blow her mind. You know what I'm saying? But anyways, go ahead, like, share, subscribe to this podcast. I love y'all. I see you later. Bye.